It seems like we live in a reward system of like a dopamine reward, like money-based reward. Like, it could be like operant conditioning. It's like a conditioning where they reward you, and really it's like Satan rewards you with money, but I don't know, I guess Satan's not real, so I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, it really seems like we live in a type of free-range prison with only a reward-based system. And people are, I don't think like they're stupid, I just don't think that they want to believe that they are deceived, because they're good at what they do, and they think they're so good that they could never be deceived. And it's like, they're good, but their hubris is what seems to be what really gets them there. Is they think they're like perfect, and they're not even fucking close. And although they might be good, but they're not fucking as good as they think, you know. You know, they think they're all that in a bag of chips, and I suck. And that's why I don't get any views or nothing. Because they have to ignore what I say. So if that's like all you go by is like, oh, I'm a lemming, how popular is something? Like, you might not realize that some of the less popular things are actually like better to watch, and the popular things are just simply to dumb everybody down. But this reward system in this prison that people live in, it's like, they live in a prison. They're rewarded for living in that prison, so they define their existence through the like Stockholm syndrome, and the reward, like if Stockholm syndrome was pleasing your slave master, and the reward of pleasing your slave master was having your slave master grant you gifts. But it just seems like this whole prison that we live in, no one knows anything any differently, so they define their existence through living in this prison and then doing whatever Stockholm syndrome that they can do within it. And they're all suffering from a reward-based Stockholm syndrome, and so they define their existence through the money, and that's the only thing that really matters is money. And it's like, I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind, and I got money, and everybody wants money, and it's always about money. And no matter how much you lie and say, oh, it ain't true, but it's just a lie, like I trust your fucking lies, and that's why they have to censor me, because I don't simply regurgitate the fucking lies. And so they have to say you're crazy unless you regurgitate lies. That's all we want. We don't want people with a different opinion able to formulate their own opinion. We want mindless, repetitive behavior. Like smoking, I guess. So, I fall victim to it too. But like their work and making money, and it's a giant prison. You are in a giant prison. You can go all day and say, no, it ain't true. I just want to accept that the lie that I've been told is still true and valid, and that I really don't live in a prison. And as long as I ignore you, none of it's true. And it's like, I hate to tell you, but the world is round, and no matter how much you want to believe it's flat, it's not true. And if you're that brain dead that you don't understand, like, you know, things work a certain way, and that's just how it is. But really, you know, you don't have a choice, but I mean, it's like, if you live in a prison, you live in a prison. Even if you didn't know anything else besides that prison, and you lived in a prison, that means you still live in a prison. And you can try to argue about it, and say that I'm wrong, and say that I'm crazy, and just ignore me, and wish to God it wasn't true. But that doesn't make it any less true. And so if you want to ignore me forever, it doesn't matter. That's your life, and that's your prison, and you can live there forever. And act like it's a wonderful dystopian paradise. It's like, you live in utopia. Everything's wonderful in utopia. But it's more like a dystopia full of zombie lemming bullshit, and you think you're safe from your own bullshit. But really, really you're not. Those that would give up freedom for security deserve neither. And you act like you're all so secure, being a slave in your little prison, doing what you're told, and it's like, you know, it just doesn't seem like people are as happy as they pretend to be, and put on a mask and act like they're all that, when really they're not. And then then they'll go, okay, yeah, whatever, you got me there, but I'm still not gonna listen. You're right, I'm wrong, but I don't really care either way. I'm too fucking stupid to care. I never gave a fuck before, why give a fuck now? It just seems like because you've never seen anything different, because you live in ignorance and you're afraid of something different, because you live in a prison planet and you're afraid to see that. I mean, you're in a fucking Nazi-style prison camp right now, and you don't even fucking know it, dude. That's normal for you. You're like a frog in a pot. You've slowly been fucking turned the heat up, and you don't even feel it. And I guess, you know, you're so brain dead that nothing makes any sense to you. The most logical logic in the world, 1 + 1 = 2, doesn't fucking compute to you because you're a fucking brain dead, lobotomized, dumb fucking retard with no fucking common denominator whatsoever. You're brain dead. You're fucked. And I'm trapped in a world full of lemming fucking brain dead retard zombies that think they're perfect and intelligent and all that, and a bag of chips, and they fucking ain't. And shit. And so, you know, I doubt it's gonna be as fun as you think it is. Like, people just want to live in, like, fantasy land, like everything's all great, when really the world's just dying around you. And as long as you ignore it and live in bliss, it'll all be great. And it's like, you know, I hate to be the bringer of bad news, but I think, you know, it's like, how long can you keep your head buried in the sand before the motherfucker gets cut off? And I don't think it's going to be me doing any cutting off. I think your dumbness is what's going to fucking get you there. And you know what? I guess there's a time and a place for that. And, you know, you can deal with that. But honestly, you know, if I can foresee a fucking tornado coming and hit the fucking shelter before it comes, then, you know, it's like, at least I could make a choice. I could go to the shelter if I want to, or I could just say fuck it. Who wants to live on this planet anymore, anyways? And just run right into the tornado, like, you know. And it just kind of reminds me of, like, some of these movies where, like, one guy will be telling everybody, like, the world's gonna end, and they're all like, oh, that dude's batshit crazy, and then the world ends, and he just, like, stands there and goes, I know it, and then he doesn't do anything, he just dies. And it's like, it would make sense, because who would want to fucking live in a world full of fucking zombies anyways, and you tell everybody you're gonna die, and you know it, so you just accept it. You just see the fucking death coming, and you're like, kill me. Like, these people are stupid. I don't want to live in a bunker with them. I don't want to live with them. So, you know. But that's a different thing, you know. Because it's like they live in a psychopathic, they're psychopaths, and they're rewarded with their psychopath behavior, and that's normal doctrine to them, to be re-educated with money. Like, it doesn't matter how well I explain it. You live in a prison where money defines the reward of the psychopaths. As long as, I mean, that's the thing. It's not, you're not, a lot of these people aren't being rewarded for doing good things. You think you're good and you're doing good things. Like, they're only rewarding people for doing fucked up shit. But I guess not all the time. That's the thing. It's like bank robbers don't care where they get their money. They get it anyways, and they get a reward anyways. Like, it doesn't matter if you go and do the greatest thing and you save 1 million lives and that's how you make money, because the rest of the world is making it fucking robbing banks. And it's like, so what if a very few amount of the people that get money are good? That's how does that mean that everybody else is good because they get money? It's like, that's the thing. They're like, I'm a hustler and I get money. And it's like, money is king. That's what fucking decides anything. And these fucking people, they ain't doing good things to get money. So that makes your money bad. That makes your money blood money. It doesn't matter how much good you do. It doesn't mean don't do good. It just means, you know, what, not only should you do good, but you should stop bad. For the easiest, for evil to triumph, good men simply just need to do nothing. You know? And I'm not saying like attack people that are bad. I'm saying, you know, like you can't stop it by ignoring it or being ignorant to it or not wanting to know. I think it all starts with knowing the truth and having a brain for a second and saying, okay, you know, shit is fucked up and maybe we should do something about it, instead of just pretending like everything's great all the time when it really ain't, you know. I guess in your Disneyland fucking house, locked up behind those fucking gates, you can live in your Disneyland fantasy all you want. You know, like I'll tell people like da 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 da, so and so is having a kid, or this person's having a kid, and they're like, oh man, I really feel bad for their kids. And it's like, you know, do you think their kids know any better? And it's like, that's the thing, these people are so fucking vile and disgusting, and they have kids, and their kids are raised by these vile, disgusting fucking creatures, and they grow up just to be just as vile and disgusting as, and that's fucking normal. And it's like, you know, even if these people are like upper middle class, like imagine being raised by like Duck Dynasty, and how fucking like lobotomized you would be if you were raised by fucking Duck Dynasty. And it's like, look at how much people like wear that Duck Dynasty shit. It's like, it's so lobotomized, fucking dystopian stupid, it's unbelievable. And that's the world we live in, with all these fucking people. And it's like, just knowing how fucking stupid people are just scares the fucking shit out of me. Like, they keep them dumbed down, placid, submissive, fucking just blown out on like fluoride and money and just fucking the most purest epic essence of fucking retard zombified lobotomy. Like, their brains are just frying in their head like, I like Duck Dynasty. And you just hear their fucking brains crackling and popping in their fucking head. In a way, yeah. Because I know you can't, but... And they're like... They have like the perfect dystopian, like, zombie look. Like the perfect lobotomy, like the eugenics, the flu shots, just like gave them the perfect like dish eugenics look. Like, they're like, durr. And you see that like, that's good, that's normal. Like, it's not good, but they think it's good. Like, they think it's normal. And I swear to God, the weirdest part is when they're like, you don't like dish eugenics? You mean you don't like fluoride and being stupid? Like, you're fucked up. You're like one of those smart, educated people. That they tell you to watch out for, like, just ignore them and be like, ignorance is bliss. And so talking about them is way more different than experiencing them and seeing it for yourself with your own two eyes in real life. And I guess people think, you know, as long as they can keep living in ignorance and thinking it's a fantasy, then it must not be real. And they can be exactly what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? We don't live in. And it's so weird to see people like. And their zombie weird like their TV like hypnotized, brainwashed state of mind where they're like lumbering zombies and they conjugate and they don't even know why, and they don't even realize it was a subliminal suggestion that is repetitive. And so they'll wake up, get out of bed, and go to the town hall meeting, and it'll be because they've been, like, the TV sat there and put it in their brain, like, I want to go to the town hall meeting. And so they're not capable of coming up with their own ideas and their own opinions. The TV is subliminally putting it into their brain, and so they'll all go do things, and they don't even know why. And it's really weird to see them all, like, congregating, and they don't even know why. But for you to know why, that it was subliminally put into their fucking brain, and they're just like puppets, like they walk and they talk for the fucking TV. And you're like, holy fuck, this is like Twilight Zone, you know? And Alex Jones even says that. He's like, this shit is like Twilight Zone. And I'm like, it is, because look at the, like, how can I not be like that? But they can. And yet people like Alex Jones know it. But I've never met a person in my life that knows it other than me. Well, maybe. Actually, I don't think so. I don't really think I've met anybody that's really awake. I've met people that claim to be awake and are not even close, but or they claim to be awake but they're still halfway asleep, and they like refuse to really like accept the truth about being awake. Like, they know it, and that's the very definition of stupid, is knowing the truth and not believing it. Like, knowing the truth but not really doing the truth. It's like, that's the definition of stupid. The definition of being stupid: seeing the truth, knowing the truth, and still choosing to still believe the lies. And that's what a lot of these people I know that are awake, they're actually stupid, because they see the truth, they know the truth, but they still choose to believe in the lies. And that's like every person I met, like, enough respect. Exomatrix, a lot of those weird truther group, lemming herd mentality like groups, like, they see the truth, they know the truth, they talk about the truth, but if you look at their actions, actions speak louder than words. If you look at what they do, they are still 100% dead asleep, still working for evil. They're still compartmentalized. They're still useful idiots. They still do everything Obama says, and they act like they don't. And even if they went out there and acted like they were waking somebody up, they don't do what they say. They're hypocrites, and they're in denial about that. And I can only imagine a million reasons why they would deny the truth. They're all talk. They're no action. Talk, 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 talk. But if you look at the action, there's no action. It's just all nonsense talk. And I'm telling you, I notice that people get jealous of me. And I even had that effect on other people. When other people, when they would sell out, I felt a little jealous because I seen them with the money, and I'm like, I'm jealous. But then I noticed when I tried to achieve my own goal, They became jealous. And I say, like, if you listen to one of these lemming zombies, they're like, jealousy is bad. Well, they're a lemming zombie. So jealousy is good because it's your body saying to yourself, something's not right here. I just seem better. So how do you ever know any better? So if you don't have jealousy, you're actually bad. You don't want to remain jealous. You want to understand, hey, this is my body telling me I just seen something better and now I want better. It's like when you see a Ferrari, you might go, oh man, I'm jealous. But then you might go and get your own Ferrari. And then other people will be jealous of you. To deny yourself that true feeling of that jealousy is denying yourself the very existence of human nature. God didn't give you these feelings for nothing, to be ignored like a Vulcan. No, He meant for you to understand them. Not to remain jealous, but to understand what it meant for that split second to feel that jealousy. That you just seen something better, so you're living by example. And that's what I choose to do, is actions speak louder than words. So if my actions, that would show I'm not a hypocrite. If I tell you to do something and I'm doing that, that makes me not a hypocrite. So everything I tell you to do, I do it myself.